Hey, what is up mortals, it is Robo Celestial here, and before we get into today's video, I would like to remind you all that this is a new channel, please like, comment and subscribe to get this channel going. Part 3 of What If Deku Had Boosted Gear from DxD. Class A all dress out and head out to the field for an quirk assessment. Anazawa explains that they'll be doing multiple physical tests and whoever does the worst gets expelled. This shocks everyone. Drake says to Deku, partner, better try your hardest or else your dream will be crushed by that grumpy teacher. Anazawa hears this and tells Deku again and one last time to shut up his gauntlet. They start doing the test. First one is a 50-meter dash. Bakago and Deku are up first for the race. Bakago tries to scare Deku, but it doesn't work. Deku planned ahead and has been boosting since the explanation, which he has boosted 10 times. He races Bakago and beats him by 3 seconds flat, while Bakago gets 4.13 seconds, this pissing off Bakago. Next is the grip test, which he's now boosted 20 times and gets 2,240 kilograms on grip test, and the sandbox he leaps the whole thing. Next, we get to the ball throw, which All Might arrives to watch Deku throw. Everyone gets the same except for Deku, who has boosted 25 times and gets 2,300 meters. This shocks everyone in the class and All Might too, but not Bakago. Anazawa laughs and smiles and says this is the best student yet, truly worthy. As they total the points for the rankings, Deku gets first this time, meaning that everyone on the original list except Deku goes down 1, which means Mineta is last and gets expelled. Bakago, realizing he got 4th, tries to lash out at Deku, but Anazawa uses his cloth to holding him back. Deku comes back home exhausted after school and lays down in his bed asking Drake, since you have been alive for thousands of years, that mean and a lot of people used you? Drake says correct. Deku says, well, who was the user before me and how was he like? Drake says the user before you was a devil called Issei Hayato. He was originally a human like you, but then got killed by a devil, which was his date. He was saved by the love of his dreams, Ria's Germary. She had to use 8 pawn pieces to revive Issei and he became a low-class devil serving under her house with her other members. Deku is confused and says, wow, that's a rough origin story and they use chest pieces to revive people? Also, what do you mean by a house and other members? Also, what's a low-class devil? Drake says yes, devils use evil chest pieces to recruit other devils or dead humans revived into devils to serve for their clans them. Once they have the evil pieces inside of them, they take the strengths and weaknesses of that piece. For an example, a rook strong defense and attack but low agility. A knight high speed but low defense, and a bishop powerful magic but get drained easily, and the queen a even balance of all 3 pieces. If you were a pawn you could promote and take the abilities of those pieces, but since you don't have an evil piece you can't promote unless you get a special power from your potential which unlocks it. In the devil world, they use a ranking system by your name, household, and strength. Low-class devils the lowest, middle-class devils, high-class devils, and ultimate-class devil. High-class devils and higher are allowed to make their own households and rule over other devils. Deku asks, so, where was Issei placed when he first became a devil? Drake says he was originally a weak low-class devil, but steadily got stronger and popular. Even in the beginning, everyone looked down upon him, but he proved them wrong by defeating many powerful devils, which brought him up to a high-class devil. Despite being the weakest Red Dragon Emperor in history, he made an alliance with the White Dragon Emperor, which no one has done, and made a name for himself. Deku asks, so, since he was really famous, did he get a nickname, and how far was he able to use his powers? Drake sighs and says his name was the Op-Eye Dragon, and he was able to use his Balance Breaker, illegal move Trinina, Crimson Promotion, and the most powerful out of them, his DxD form. I think you'll be able to use everything but the DxD form if you train enough. Deku asks, why can't I go into the DxD form? Draog says that form puts a large toll on your body, possible even killing someone like you, not to mention he only unlocked it with the help by the strongest dragon. Deku is motivated to train even harder and then yawns and says good night and falls asleep. Next day of school, Class A gets seated when All Might dash through the door saying, your teacher is here. Now get in your hero suits and meet me on ground B. Deku still accepts the suit his mom gave him. Class A goes to ground B and All Might sees Deku's suit gauging because it's so obvious he's trying to dress like him. All Might explains the drill: the villains will guard a nuclear weapon they intend on deploying, and the heroes must stop their scheme. If the heroes capture the villains or reach the nuclear core before time runs out, they win. If the villains manage to keep the nuclear core for the whole time, or they capture the heroes, they win. After everyone is paired up by lottery same matchups, All Might announces the first two pairs who will do combat. Izuku and Ochako will be the heroes, while Katsuki and Tenya will be the villains. All Might says for Bakugo and Lydia to go in first. Lydia tries to discuss with Bakugo about his quirk for potential weaknesses. Lydia can't seem to see any, and Bakugo is still mad at Deku. Lydia tries to tell Bakugo to help guard the core, but he rushes off to find Deku. Ochako and Deku walk into the building 5 minutes after. Deku equips his gauntlet, Boost. Ochako compliments his quirk. Deku does the same and Ochako blushes. Draghi says, "Oh, how cute your little girlfriend is, getting fluster over that great work partner." Deku gets embarrassed and tells Drake to shut it and focus on the task at hand. Boost. As they are walking through the building, they hear an explosion and concrete come flying from the wall. Deku grabs Ochako, Boost, and leaps away and tells her to go towards the missile and he'll catch up. Deku turns around and sees Bakugo in the dust. Boost. Bakugo says, "I'll settle it here once and for all." He charges at Deku, barely able to dodge it, Boost, and then launches a dragon shot, distracting Bakugo, giving him enough time to hide. Deku knows he can't beat Bakugo in a 1v1, not until he's boosted enough. He tells Drake to stop saying boost so loud or else he'll blow their cover. Drake obliges and says the multiplier will still be in effect, but you just won't hear it. Bakugo gets angry and anger trying to find Deku by breaking random wall. Deku now feels like after boosting 12 times he can take Bakugo on, so he goes close to Bakugo for a surprise attack. Deku gets ready and pounces, Boost. Bakugo with a punch sending him flying. Bakugo says, "Stop using your cheap tricks and fight me head on." Bakugo rushes towards him sending punches and explosion, while Deku on the defense boosting more. Deku has boosted about 16 times now. As Bakugo is about to launch a big explosion, Deku grabs his hands, Boost, and punches him in the gut, knocking him out. Ochako finally made it towards the rocket and waits for Deku, which he easily catches up. Deku and Ochako are behind a rock thinking of a plan on how to get the rocket and Lydia. Deku says that he'll take on Lydia and you sneak around to make him float, and then we capture the rocket. Ochako nods her head. Deku rushes out, Boost, punching Lydia in the face. They start fighting, which gives Ochako enough time to go behind and make Lydia float, and they capture the bomb. All Might is impressed that they were able to do this without any damage to the building on their part, but is disappointed in Bakugo. Every match goes the same, and later they choose class reps, which Momo is the representative and Lydia is co-representative. After school ends, Bakugo walks up to Deku saying, "You got lucky this time, but next time will be different, you hear that, brat?" Deku trains a bit after school, trying to push his limits more so he's ready for whenever he gets his balance breaker.